the Dallas Cowboys.
Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. Leading them out is their 6'3" quarterback, the 3rd overall selection in 2018, Sam Darnold.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
On first down, Darnold. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there. Oh, in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
But now the try here for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. Fresh off the pick 6, it's Darnold. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw again on second down. Darnold. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 42. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll run here with Swift. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and
he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Jannard Avery. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
After the sack on 1st down, Darnold. And it is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Golladay, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce-back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Cowboys take
now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
I love his mobility, and I think he continues to get better and better as a pocket passer. But how about just his plain intangibles that he brings to the position? Mental toughness, as well as a physical presence that helps power any offense.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll drop to throw. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll be taken down all the way inside Detroit's 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Prescott stripped, but I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
The field goal is good. Makes the score Cowboys 10, Lions 7.
So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt the return. Another shot now for this Lions offense. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. On 2nd and 10, Darnold. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott completes it right side to Cooper. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st.
The 43-yard line.
They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. And for the defense, their 3rd sack of the game.
That number tells you that they're starting to put it together with their defensive game plan. They're starting to feel pretty good about what the offense is doing, bringing the pressure at the right time, and putting the quarterback on the ground.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Another try after the 1st down sack. Prescott. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 36. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. A first down carry by Elliott. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
36-yard line.
Prescott to throw it. Quick throw here, that's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 25-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
2nd down.
Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Well, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Able to hit his target well. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
On 4th down, here's the option. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And the Lions will take over. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done. Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
The tackle by
Neville Gallimore on the stop.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, it's Darnold. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. Darnold from the red zone now. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Throwing again is Darnold. Open space inside the 10. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So it's first and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Darnold to throw again. And that is caught. Off the back, Judge, right there to say incomplete. And an incomplete pass.
Second and goal.
That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, third and goal now from the 12. Back to throw, Darnold. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll bring up fourth down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Badgley's kick is good. And that will knot things up here late in the first half. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
A first down throw for Prescott. They'll find Lamb. That's complete. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. First down run with Elliott going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
From the 17, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him.
So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about.
Holding offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Here's Prescott. Throw left side complete. It's Schultz. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott sliding out of the pocket. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown.
Lead to number 19.
Amari Cooper, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there.
People got the popcorn, got the remote.
The kicker on for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
To score, Cowboys.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 17-10 score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and he'll just take a seat of the driver to get at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Well, he made that catch knowing full well that at the end of it, he's going to catch a pretty good lick.
I guess if there's anyone on this team that can absorb a pop, it's him. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. A play fake, and it's Darnold. He's going to look deep down the field. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down.
And 10.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they also...
Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
Ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really, the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
So here are the Cowboys to take over. Last week, they got the victory against the San Francisco 49ers. They've got the lead in this one as well right now. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Once again, it's Swift. And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
The tackle.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
3rd down and 4.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Lions on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Running is Swift. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try it now with Swift. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. I thought as that was developing that he might actually keep it, but the right decision, obviously, to hand the football off.
And some teams do a really nice job of taking a little bit longer at the mesh point, meaning where he's going to hand it off or keep it. Sometimes they ride him maybe a step longer than others. That allows him to make the proper decision and have the right person end up with the ball.
And it paid off with a long touchdown run. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
5-yard line.
Dak Prescott on the offense heading back onto the field. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They go to Elliott again.
And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
He's brought down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line bearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas first down.
Dallas.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
To throw is Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Here's Elliott. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Touchdown.
From 4 yards out. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
And pass there over the middle to start things out. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
At the 33-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Darnold now to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
9-yard line.
Again, Darnold. Again, he finds Moore. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold over the middle, complete. That's Moore. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 27-yard line.
7-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Darnold completes it. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Complete to David Moore. 10 yards.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game.
Cowboys 17-yard line.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. On 2nd down, Swift. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow.
At their own 25-yard line.
Amari Cooper and the Cowboys set to take over once again. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Prescott. Able to hit his target early. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
14. And the Cowboy 1st down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Some tough running, but it only gets him to the 45.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Now Justin Coleman brings him down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Prescott. Left side to Lamb. Now the Cowboys going to burn the 1st of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Dallas.
Prescott to throw. He'll go underneath here to Elliott. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Lions will use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Taken down at the 20.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, they do pop one, it's going to go away.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. Here's Prescott. It'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that score, in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears. They get it done. How about that score?
The finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will make it into the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll put it out to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase with...
Pressure there as it's intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they take a knee. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a